Hi, everybody. Welcome to night one of final project presentations for the Baboon and Bald Eagle Node and React classes. We are excited to have everybody presenting. Big congratulations to everybody for all of your hard work. We're excited to see your final projects. And without further ado, our first presenter is going to be Mauricio Toranzo from the Node class. Whenever you are set, Mauricio, feel free to share screen, unmute, and take it away.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry, Mary, I cannot share. I think I still don't have permission.
It's because I was still sharing my music. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Now you should be good to go. See, we all make mistakes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mauricio.
Okay, here we go. So I decided to call my project Geek Rep, and I will explain in 1 second why. But I would like to explain the idea first. A couple of years ago, I was more involved in the musical world, and when we meet with the band, was kind of okay. What songs we're gonna play? And it not was like I didn't know to play songs. I just didn't remember which songs I already know how to play. So I started doing this list in Google Sheets of the songs I know how to play, in which key I like to play the song. And then in base of this list, I created other sets for the specific dates of presentations. And this is how I came with the idea of Geek Prep. That's the name of my app, my final project. Geek, it's simply a slang for live musical performance. And sorry. And rep is can reference to repository, but also a musical repertory. Repertoire, it's a list of songs that you know how to play, simply that. And now I'm gonna show how it looks my project. The first menu is this, and you can register a name. So we're gonna create a user here, so we can see how it looks the first time. Something like this, where you can add songs to your rep, but also you can add gigs. And when you add songs, you can write the song name, a link to the chords, the author, the key, the first chord, capo. It's an instrument in the guitar that you can put in the frets. BPMs, beats per minute, how fast, how slow. The system, in Spanish, we use notes like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si. In English, we use the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And you can add an audio, a link to the audio. Right now, I'm just going to do an example with random things here, just to show how you can create your first song here. And when you create more songs, you can start creating your gigs. This is going to have more meaning if I go to my user that I already have more songs here. Like these are some songs I know how to play. So you can go to the links, let's suppose Oceans, you clicking Oceans, and this is gonna send you to the chords from another web page that you need to find these chords by yourself. And also you can go to the link of the audio or video. In this case, I put a link to Spotify. And yeah, you can create a list of songs here. And in base of this, you create a gig. And in the gig, you can add songs that you would like to play. Let's suppose tomorrow I have a gig, call it Friday. And I will put, okay, Oceans, Nunca te diré adiós, and Nothing else matters. And you save this, and you have a list of songs you're gonna play during that gig. And that's how you can save all this information that is, in my opinion, really useful for someone who is in the musical world. You can also edit your songs. You can delete your songs. The same with the gigs. You can edit and the names, the songs you want in the list, and you can delete this. And yeah, that's the fastest I can explain this. And thank you for your attention.
Awesome. Great job. Does anybody have any questions or comments they'd like to share? And for presenters, always check out the chat after you're done presenting because you usually get lots of either questions and or great comments in the chat. So once you're done sharing, feel free to check that out.
I saw a question that the search if functions. I was working on that, but honestly, it's not working yet. But it was my plan to, because in some point you're gonna have a lot of songs in your repertoire. But yeah, it's the idea that in some point it can work.
Got to have something for version 2. Awesome. Thanks. Any other questions out there? Button styled with Bootstrap, Evgen had asked. Well,
No, I just use it as CSS.
very cool. All right, thanks so much for presenting. Abubakar Kabat, you are our next presenter. Whenever you are set, feel free to screen share. After Abubakar will be Jara Kwan, and then Laura Sadi Sajadi will be after Jara. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Hi, everyone. Okay, my project is a very simple one. As a former auditor, I decided to implement an audit management system because as an auditor, we used to struggle to present the audit status to the audit committee. It was a very stressful job. And then sometimes it wasn't easy for us to know what audit we've done so far, which one are in progress, which one have not been started compared to the audit plan, the annual audit plan. So it was a very stressful moment because back then, it was like 10 years ago, we didn't have a tool that will help us to follow up all the audits we perform throughout the years. So I decided to implement something that can give us in a real time the status of each audit, and then we can compare it to the annual audit to see where we're standing. So let's see how this works. It's a basic model with a user model and then an audit model, and then where the user can make entries into a MongoDB database, and it's a full stack project. So the user model has a login and a register feature, and then let's try the login first. I already created one user. Let's try how it looks like. So these are the data that are stored in the MongoDB database. So I have a couple of attributes and then the validator data as well, you can see here. But some of the attributes are, for instance, the audit name. For example, here is the SOX review for Q1 and Q2. And then the period is Q1, the year 2023, and then what type of audit it is. Is it finance audit? Is it a risk area or is that a risk area? This is a risky one. And then when the audit started, once they started, the status is completed, and then the completion date, how many findings did we find for that particular audit, and then how many time did the audit team spend on this particular audit. So those are basically the attributes, the data that we store using this app. You can edit those information. For instance, if the start date wasn't the right one, I can change it. I can also change the number of findings. For example, realize that one of the findings was really relevant. So you can update those things. So we get 20 findings now instead of 35. You can delete an audit, for example, the second one, and then you can add an audit. So let's see this.
You're about 3 minutes in, Abubakar.
All right. And let's say it's not started. So you can add an audit. So this one is not started, so there is no findings. And that's one existing user. If you are a new user, you have to register. So you put here your name, your email, and you create a password. And then you get the message is displayed saying that the registration was successful. And then you can add your audit. And I already demonstrated that, so I will pass that. I just want to show you the error handling in the app. For instance, if I try to log on without email or password, a message would be displayed saying that please provide email and password. So the error handling middleware is working. The authentication is also working. If I log in, for instance, and I want to add an audit without any information, I would get a message saying, please provide audit name, because this is required in the MongoDB database. But if I provide the audit name, for instance, but I don't provide the year, I would have this message saying, please provide audit year. So I just wanted to showcase those validators and error handling in my app. That's it for me.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank you.
Abu. Great job. Did anybody have any questions or comments? I know there were a couple of questions in the chat, Abu, that you're welcome to answer to those folks in the chat.
All right.
Oh, sorry, in the Zoom chat specifically. And anybody have any other questions or congratulations or anything that they wanted to share? All right. Our next presenter is going to be Chira Kwan. Larasati Sajadi's after that, and Evgen Datsenko, you'll be presenting after Larasati. So Chira, whenever you are ready, feel free to take it over. And then Abubakar, you'll just need to hit
Stop
stop
sharing.
share.
Okay.
Yeah, they always like hide the Zoom button somewhere on the bottom. It's sort of green and red, and it might be on your other screen if you're using multiple screens.
Let me leave this and
There you go. Good to go.
Good evening, everyone. I am nervous. Let me share my screen. So this is my app. It's to-do app. Can you see it? Thank you. So this is my app, and we are fetching the data from the API. You can change the mode to the dark one. I think it looks better. So I can also add some to do on my list, and it doesn't matter if I put lowercase or uppercase. It's gonna put it right now. It's gonna put it on according to the created time, but I can also sort it on the ascending and descending order. So as you can see, the A's are on top and the Z's are on the bottom. And we can do the reverse order just like this. And also I can delete it. And instead of putting the deletion button, I just put it as done. So that's my idea, let's say. And then if I want to just put nothing, it's going to give me the warning that I need to fill out the form. And then let's put the test again. And now let me show you the responsiveness. Yeah. So let's say with iPhone 12, it's gonna go like this, and my buttons are still on top. Just like this, or let me just show it how it shrinks and goes. Wow, why it's not, let me see. Oh yeah. So right now you can see how it shrinks and goes back. I think this is it, and thank you for your attention.
Awesome. Thanks, Dra. For the new that's in your navigation, is that to create a new list or is that to
Yeah,
create a new item?
it's for the new, let me show. It's for new to-do list. It's still empty. I think I need to work on it, but I can still come back to the home page where I'm again fetching the data, but I'm just getting the list that I have on Airtable. I'm not putting to my Airtable what I typed in here for now.
Perfect. Perfect. That sounds great. Awesome. Did anybody have any questions or comments they'd like to share?
Let's see.
Lots of people loving the dark mode. It's always nice to have that toggle feature for folks.
So for the logo, I use the gradient, and there are, so many, how do you say that? So many services. For example, you can use this responsive app. I'm not sharing the screen. To check the responsiveness and stuff, you can just find the perfect match for your font, and then of course the palettes. Yeah, I think I'm taking a lot of time, so thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks, Dra. Okay, our next presenter is going to be Laura, and Evgen, you are after Laura. Marina, you're going to be after Evgen. So whenever you are set, Laura, feel free to take it away.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. All right.
There we go.
Can
Now
you-
it's coming through. We can see you. We can hear you.
Okay. So first I would like to thank the Dream for allowing me to learn in the advanced class, and to the wonderful staff and mentors, especially John and Jack, who are always there to encourage and teach me along the way. I am grateful to all of you. So I created an app called My Beauty Tracker based on my experience after moving to the States, where I found that most skincare and beauty products here don't put expiration product on their packaging. So, but fortunately, they still put the period after opening on their packaging. So it helps us to determine how long a product will still be good and safe to use. So basically, my app can help users to record important information and to minimize the usage of expired products. So here I have a register and login button. And if you already have a user account, you just go to the, or you just press the login button and go to the login form and enter your email and your password. But if you don't, if you're a new user, you can press the register button and create a new account. For example, like this, at gmail.com. And make sure to enter all necessary information. Otherwise, it gives you an error like this. So yeah, just register. And here we go. So since we don't have anything here, I'm just gonna log off because I already prepared a user account that already have a record. And this is my phone. All right. Oh, sorry. I think. Yeah. Here's my here's the product list, and you can add a product by pressing the add product button. For example, stuff. And the period after opening on packaging is 6 months after opening. And if you don't have an expiration date, don't worry, because my app automatically calculates the true expiration date based on the PAO and open date. So you just need to add And you can see it's like automatically updating. And also I created the automation if the status, if today already is expiration date or already past the expiration date, the status will be changed to expired. For example, if I just make today the expiration date, and it will be expired and the row will be in the red. But if today is less than 7 days from the expiration date, the status will be automatically changed to expiring soon, and the row will be in orange. And you can delete the product by pressing the delete button. You can see there's table information if you have the list of your product, and you can delete the account if you don't want to use the account anymore. Yeah, and this app is web version friendly, web responsive friendly. I mean, so yeah. You can see it in different type of screen resolution. And I also
You're
create an
about 3 minutes in.
yeah. I also create an automation for the login form using the Mokache and Puppeteer. So npm test. And you can see it's automation testing for login form. Yeah. So actually I deployed my app on render.com, but I don't know why it takes so long to load my page. So that's why I use the localhost presentation for this presentation. That's all from me. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks, Laura. I need this app like right now. But great job. Job well done. Does anybody have any questions or comments they wanted to share? All right. Be sure to check out the chat for all of the comments and questions that might be lingering. And our next presenter is going to be Evgen. Marina, you're after Evgen. Mohammed Mbarak, you are going to be after Marina. So whenever you are set, Evgen, feel free to take it away. And for anybody, if I'm mispronouncing your name, please correct me. I hate saying people's names wrong. So please correct me if I'm getting anything wrong.
Hey guys, which screen can you see? Yeah, okay.
Yep, we can see.
So this is my to-do application, and I was a part of Bolt Eagle class. So here I have integration with Airtable, and right here I have two different to-do lists. I have homework, and I have home, and I have work, and same I have here, and I have this nice buttons on the left, on the right, and it will change the list for you. And you can add some more, like time to celebrate. And you can click add, and it will be right here. And then you can mark which one you already did. And then you can scrap all of them if you want to. And also we can create some of them, and then we can change order right here. So they all change in. And also we can submit the blank ones to do can be blank. And the next one here, you see it's all different fonts, etc. And again, we can sort them in different ways. And also, just in case you will go to some random page, there will be a page not found. And you can click here to go back to our list, and that's all.
Awesome. Thanks, Evgen. I like that you have those buttons on either side to be able to flip back and forth between the to-do lists. I feel like that's very user-friendly.
Yeah.
Did anybody have any questions or comments that they wanted to share? All right. Our next presenter is Marina. Mohammed Mbarak, you are after Marina, and then Kate, you are going to be after Mohammed. So whenever you are set.
Hi, everyone. Oh, let me share my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Sure can.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to start by showing you 3 different sections where we can add to-dos for different areas. So there is weekly planner, grocery list, and bucket list. Each section has its own style. So far, they share the same data, but I'm working on creating 3 tables in my Airtable database. So each section is supposed to get its own data. So, okay. When I remove or add new things, my Airtable database gets updated as well. So it sorts item by title. So I created switch toggle so the user can choose the way it sorts, either ascending or descending sort order. Okay. When the user hover over check icon or bin icon, it changes color and gets bigger. Also, the user can mark the items as done. Okay. And they get hidden in the list, and the user can see how many things they've done. So the message pops up, you've completed 4 to-dos. And we can get them back if needed. So each section has the same functionality like this. And we can remove them, and the message shows up, the list is empty. And the app is responsible for all device sizes. So the hardest part was giving the app like new functionality like this toggle switch or making items disappear from the list. That's pretty much it with what I had.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Marina. Job well done. Did anybody have any questions or comments they wanted to share? All right, our next presenter is going to be Mohammed Mbarak. Kate, you are after Mohammed, and Miguel Mayoka, you are after Kate. Whenever you're set, Mohammed, feel free to take it away.
Hi there, could you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, going to share my screen.
I like your festive lights too, by the way.
Yeah, a couple of them commented on. Thanks. Okay, this is my app. Trying to move the menu. So my goal here was to do everything dynamically, hopefully with React hooks and all of those states, which I loved a lot struggling with. So this is my home page, which is the home button, and I have the to-do app on another page, and I have my to-dos rendered here on the home page from the app, just in a different way. I could go to the app by clicking here, or by just clicking on the to-do app, and this is where I have the form. The form is directly connected to my Airtable. So whatever happens on the form happens on the Airtable itself dynamically. Some of the functionalities are the, of course, case creation. And it capitalizes the to-do thing automatically. And I can also edit things. And that also updates on the home to-do here, and also on my Airtable here at the same time. We could delete things here. Also, they get deleted from this one, and also they get deleted from the Airtable same time. And we could sort them alphabetically, like from A to Z or from Z to A. And what else? Yeah, there is this small thing that I'm trying, like if we click on this, it gets marked as done. And on Airtable, a check marks appears here. I used this backend functionality to show that it's marked as done. You could unmark it as well, and that will affect the to-do app, to-do line there on Airtable. And the same thing happens here too on the home page. So that's pretty much all. If you guys have any questions or anything, I still need to work on the second version of this app for sure. But that's it. Yeah.
Awesome. Great job, Mohammed. Thanks so much for sharing. Did anybody have any
Thanks.
questions or comments they wanted to share? All righty. Our next presenter is going to be Kate. After Kate is Miguel Mayorga, and then Olga Mosiata, you're going to be after Miguel. Whenever you are set, Kate, go ahead and take it away.
Do you see my screen, my Airtable screen?
Yep, we can see you and hear you.
Great. So let's start. It's my Airtable. Here's my database for my project. So I decided to put everything in one table and did a different list ID for different to-do lists. Here's my, give me a minute, I will put it off. Here's my home page. So of my to-do list app. Here I have a header, which is here. So, okay. In my header, I have a home icon, which will return us to a home page from every page. And I have a nice feature, which I really like, but I spent a lot of time to do it. It is, I'm fetching weather from Open Weather API. So here now my town where I live by default, but we can change it on the different town. So let's try Toronto. I'm pretty sure it should be colder. Yes, it is. Or let's try Orlando. I hope it is warmer. Yes, it is. So here I have main information. It is a time what we have now. It is updates every second, today's date, and greeting, which depends on what time of day now, depends on the time. Also, I have a footer with a quote. I'm fetching this quote randomly from one of the free quote APIs. And also I have here the link to my main functionality, our to-do list. So here's a to-do list. I have different to-do lists. We will take a look on it later. So I have a to-dos here. I can add new to-do, like, I don't know, buy milk. And I can add it with enter, or I can add it with button. So like this. I can edit it, like, you know, buy X. Or I can delete it. And sure, it will be deleted from Airtable also. Everything will be covered because I did all CRUD, so create, read, update, and delete. Also, I have this feature like motivation. I always need motivation, so I really like quotes, motivated quotes, and this feature. So you did it. You did a great job. And if you will do it like this, it will not, we can't see it anymore. Also, I have a couple of sorting. Let's take a look on travel, for example. I just like because it is a different names of states and it is just easier to understand. Okay, if we will check completed, so it is all completed and all uncompleted. So it's easy to find what you did not complete in a long list of to-dos. And also I have ascending descending order from A to Z and from Z to A here.
3 minutes in, Kate.
Also I have last but not least my favorite feature because everyone speak about it now. It is a ChatGPT fetching from OpenAI who created that. We can ask some question. so it's a bit slow, not because of me, because of ChatGPT. Or we can even ask to create us a to-do list, so gives us some ideas what we have to bring for camping, for example. It's sometimes difficult for me to remember everything. So, and I have, of course, I have a mobile version. Also, it's for iPad version, and the same for like to-dos or for ChatGPT. Okay, but it should work. And iPhone 12, like this. And like that. So I think it's everything what I wanted to tell you. And thank you so much for this opportunity. I really like for the dream, my classmates, my mentors. Thank you so much.
Awesome, Kate. Great job. That is a lot of functionality in that site. Very cool.
Yeah, and a lot of job, like a month of restless work.
I was a little worried what you were going to search for on ChatGPT though. Very cool, very cool. If anybody has any questions or comments, feel free to ask or share them in the chat. Our next presenter is going to be Miguel Mayorgas from the chimp class, but he was able to complete the class on an accelerated pace. So we will see his presentation next. Olga Mustiata, you'll be after him. And then Alejandro, you're after Olga. So without any further ado, take it away, Miguel.
Hello, guys. My name is Miguel. Before I get started, I just want to give a huge shout out to my man Lee. He really helped me out fixing my backend issues that I have with TypeScript. And I would like to shout out my friend Kevin and Alyssa. They were able to find the cookie that I was able to see on my browser, but not my backend. From further ado, let's just get started. The website that I made was called Fastpack. It's essentially a web application that helps you create inventory items for backpacking and make your backpacking lists so you don't never forget what you're bringing and to know what the breakdown of each item and the total weight that you're bringing for that trip. You can come here and do a simple login. If you put your password wrong, it gives you a little statement what happened. If you log in, it takes you to the main inventory page that I call it. And here you can see all these inventory items. I already pre-populated everything. You can come down here, add a new item. I just call it test for now. If I don't fill out these rest of the required forms, it yells at me. 30, and I'll just say I have 1,000 of them. Page refreshes, I get the new item. I can come also and edit. And I can also come here and delete items as well. I also have a search bar that doesn't work because I forgot to implement it. Other than that, this is the inventory view. The second view I have here is the pack list view. So after you come and put all your items that you own, you can come here and create a new list. And here you can see all the items that you have in your inventory database. And you can just start adding items. For example, I'll just add my pad and some cookies. And it tells you your base weight. Base weight essentially means all the stuff you're carrying that's not food and water and stuff on your body. See, like for example, I have this clothing, this jacket. I can say here it's worn. And cookies are consumable, so they go into the consumable item. You can also add more cookies. My cookies weigh 1 pound for whatever reason. And you can also come here and change different unit types depending on what you prefer. Also, if you try to save it, it yells at you because you need to give it a name. You can save it. You can come here, see the item, the list that you created. You can see the total breakdowns, just like the other app. You can also delete lists. One thing that just didn't get quite working was the update list portion. I just wasn't quite sure how to tackle the design and of it, in the sense that each of these lists that you see here are essentially copies of your inventory. So you basically have an array of inventory items that I shoot up to Mongo with the name of the list. And my thing that was kind of trying to figure out was, if I introduce new items into my inventory and I delete items that no longer exist on a certain list, I wasn't quite sure how to tackle that. So I was like, that's a problem for future Miguel. One other thing is, if on my sign up route, what is it? No, responsive.
You're about 3 minutes in, Miguel.
Cool. After you come and log in, cookie disappears, so you're first to log back in. Other than that, that was the app. If you guys have any questions, concerns, or comments, feel free to share them.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Miguel. Very cool. Did anybody have any questions or comments they wanted to share? All right. Our next presenter is going to be Olga Maciata. Alejandro Patino, you are after her, and then Manisa, you're after Alejandro. Whenever you are set, go ahead and share and get started.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I'll go ahead and share.
All right. Whenever you're set, go ahead and share, Alejandro. Thanks.
Alrighty, y'all. My name is Alejandro. I don't know if I've met many of you, but here I am. And the premise of my app, for a pretext, I am in the backend Node.js class. To start off, I love playing like music as a DJ. And with the show of hands, really quick, how many of you have ever been at a bar or a club where like some of the music just isn't what you want it to like be played? Well, that's me. I'm usually on the other side of the aisle where people like show me a song on their phone. They're like, "Hey, play me this song," or they come up to the booth and they like try to ask you for a song, right? And so something I try to tackle was, okay, how do I have it so that when people want a song, they can request it? And so that's what I made. It's like a requesting app for a DJ, for DJs, I guess you would say. So let's give it a shot and let's try to log in, right? Let's actually register for a new account. Let's say Michael wants to join at Gmail. Let's make a dummy email password real quick. It's okay. I can't get the passwords to work right now. And it looks like I'm on render right now, so it is a little slow, as I mentioned before. So I'm gonna hop on over to my local host really quick. And let's say, here we go. And say I log in, right? And I want to request a song. So I'm like, hey, DJ, I'm really feeling some Beyonce right now. So we have the song for Beyonce right here, but let's listen to some Katy Perry, right? Let's listen to some Katy Perry, question mark. Let's listen to it's a good Katy Perry song, Roar. Listen to Roar. And the genre is I would say it's pop. So let's add it, right? Let's tell the DJ, hey DJ, right now I'm feeling Katy Perry. I'm no longer feeling Beyonce, so let's take that off, right? And so for me as a DJ, this really helps because not only do you get people requesting songs like privately, they don't like go up to you and like get angry at you. Now it's all in an app. Something that I would do for version 2 is that I tried to implement now was an upvote system, right? So maybe everybody is like feeling Michael Jackson, right? But then somebody is like, hey, like I want to listen to some Kendrick Lamar. So say they add the song Kendrick Lamar or artist Kendrick Lamar. So Kendrick. Oh my God, I don't know how to spell Kendrick. Let's say Drake, actually. Drake. And let's say Hotline Bling. The idea for version 2 would be that once you put Hotline Bling onto the app, it shares it with everybody else using the app. So then other people are able to upvote the song That way the DJ is like, all right, most people are feeling Hotline Bling. Not a lot of people are feeling Skrillex right now. Let's take Skrillex off. That's the premise of the app. But yeah, this is very much version 1. I guess my biggest problem so far was actually deploying it to render. I forgot to put my Mongo URI as part of the in my .env file. And so I deployed it and I kept on deploying and I was getting this really big error. And it wasn't until I realized, I was like, dude, I never put the Mongo URI key into the into render. And so I fixed it. But that was probably my most annoying bug that I slept on for about a week. I couldn't figure it out. But yeah, this is my app. If you guys have any questions or comments or anything, feel free to put them in the chat and I'll read them.
Awesome. Thanks, Alejandro. Did anybody have any questions or comments they wanted to share? All right. I'm just checking to make sure. Olga, I'm still going to give you some time to work on anything that you need to unless you're ready.
I think I'm ready.
Okay. All right.
My server got disconnected and I just noticed it. So let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
It's
This is
loading.
my.
Yep, we got you.
This is my to-do app. This is my home page. I can connect to 2 of my tables. I have a short-term goals table and a long-term goals table in the Airtable. I connected it with my app. I can add a to-do, like, and add it to a list. Just a second, my internet is slow. Successfully added. I am not able to add an empty to-do, not even spaces. I can add a long-term to-do. Then I can go to my tables. I can find my I can arrange I can sort my to-dos. They are primarily sorted by title, but then they are sorted by time when they were made, and I can delete them. I can also show you the long-term goals. I can edit it, like I can add something. I can also, I don't know, check it. And they are connected to Airtable, like anything that I do, they get connected. This notes field, it's optional. I cannot submit anything. I cannot submit a new to-do without a title, but I can submit it without a note. And I don't know. Oh, let me show you. I'm not sure. I forgot everything what I wanted to show. I think I'm done.
Awesome. Great job, Olga. If you do think of anything in the next minute or two and you want to share it, feel free to. Did anybody have any questions or comments they wanted to share? I loved your little Monopoly guy character too. That was at the top. I thought he was fun.
Thank you. I wanted to thank Code the Dream for the opportunity. I love the class and I'm thinking to take a second one to also apply for apprenticeship. Thank you for the mentors. Thank you for I don't know, to making my dream come true.
Awesome. Thanks, Olga. Yeah, big thank you to all the mentors that are attending tonight. All right. If there are any questions or comments, then we will be moving on to Manisa. You're going to be presenting next. Samantha Diaz, you'll be after Manisa. Cesar Lopez, you are after Samantha. So whenever you are set, feel free to start sharing, Manisa. And correct me if I'm getting your name wrong.
Hope doing well. First, I want to thank you, my wonderful mentors. They were really helpful, especially John. He helped me in each step, and this wasn't impossible Without him, I really appreciate his time and his help. So okay, I wanna show you my website. This is I made an e-commerce website. It is an art collectibles website. I love painting, although I'm not a professional artist, but so I thought that I designed a website for artists. So this is my first page of website. I have a table which lists all those art collectibles with their specification. And at the bottom of my page, I have the documentation for this website, which is Swagger. Swagger is a popular tool for developers to document their RESTful API. So as you see that in my Swagger, I have authentication middleware, and then my art collectibles. These parts relate to the two artists, which can create an art collectible, can see all of those art collectibles related to himself or herself, and get that art collectibles by ID and update each art collectible or delete each art collectible. And also I have an admin view for the user with rule of admin, and which admin can view all those users and delete each user. And also I have a customer rule, which can create a cart, get a cart, process the order, and delete some items from that cart. And so I have the process till the order not checking out. I didn't include the checkout, maybe work on that later. Okay, let's go to the website. So when I want in this list, which is all art collectibles related to all of the artists, if they added some items to their account, is listed. When I want to add to cart, so right now I just added this add to cart button work for those users that they are logged in, those customers that they are logged in, not those which are not creating account. So if I go ahead and log in as a user, okay, so this is the view for the user rule with the customer rule. I have all those art collectibles here again, and if I add some item to the cart, I have the cart for the user. And if I add some item to the cart, I want to add this item, then I have, this is my cart now. I have the title, price, artist, and quantity. Here I can change the quantity as well. If I want to add just one item, then it's okay. Then it was 4. Now we should see a 5. You see, it is 5. Now it works. So if so, these are all items that the users added to the cart. And if I wanted to process the order, then it will show me the title and quantity and free shipping of that those cart, and also it will show me the total amount of all of those prices, and also the shop discount which the artist as artists before they describe it, and the end cost of and it minimized this shop discount from total amount, and it showed me the cost. So this was the rule for the this was the view for the user with the customer rule. And if I want, if I go ahead and enter as Sarah, which is artist. Okay, so here you can see that this artist can add some item here, like has item some item already, but can add some items too. Like, okay,
Got
I
about a
think
minute left, Vanessa.
yeah, okay, this takes a little bit, so I will ignore this. Okay, so and can delete and edit something here. I promise all those works. And if I log off, and I have one other admin logon also, which is this user. Admin logon has the view of all those users, and can also delete some users from the list. I think this was all for my system for this version. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Great job, Vanessa. That's a lot to cover because you have all of those different styles of users implemented. That's really cool. Thank you so much for sharing your work. Did anybody have any questions or comments they wanted to share? All right. Our next presenter will be Samantha Diaz. There should be a green and red button somewhere on your screen. There you go. Perfect. Thanks, Vanessa. Samantha Diaz will be presenting next. Cesar Lopez after Samantha, and Promote, you'll be after Cesar. So whenever you're set, Samantha, go ahead and take it away.
Can you see my screen? I think I'm on the node chat. Hold on. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yep, sure can.
I'm gonna keep this presentation kind of short because I'm under the weather, so I don't want to start coughing randomly, but bear with me. So I did my project on inmates list. So it's basically for different prisons to use as a way of tracking what inmates they have within their prison. It can be used for any type of prison, low security, supermax. It depends on the prison itself. And basically the way I have it set up is that an officer who resides at that specific prison would be the logon. So they would have their own account, and that way you can keep the lists separate within each prison. So not every list is gonna merge together. I believe someone also added a dark mode version, which I did as well. So we're gonna switch over to that really quick. I added 2 colors, black and yellow, so then you can see all the text. That was the most accurate colors I can find that's accessible to everyone. So those are the colors I use for my dark mode. Let's go on and register. So we're gonna choose Kevin. I don't think I created that yet. Kevin, and then random password. Okay. So when you log on, you'll be able to add an inmate, and it'll allow you to put the inmate name, total years. Let's do Carl. Carl, and then let's say Carl has 40 years. Then you would include how many years he has left. So minus the years he's already been in prison for. So you would do 30 years left. And then obviously he doesn't have a life sentence, but for those within high max security prisons, they would have life sentences. So I wanted to include that as an option. So obviously Carl was not on a life sentence, so no. And then let's say murder. I can't think of a crime. And then I have them as a threat level. So then it automatically starts off as pending until you put in low, moderate, substantial. It depends. And that way the officer can kind of range how this inmate was within whether they were in other prisons or how they are based on when they were being arrested. Anyone can put in this information. This information I intend also to be carried from prison to prison. So we can add him. And then as you can see, it creates a little table where it says Carl, and then it has all his information. You can go in and edit it. And I haven't figured out a way. I'm going to set the life sentence to the way I have threat level. I haven't set an automatic thing to pop up. So it does make you fill it in every time you edit. I will be fixing that. But this allows you to change his time, anything related to that information, and then it goes ahead and updates it. I'm going to show you guys what I have set up for an account that I already set up. So let's see what that looks like. So here's
3 minutes in.
Okay, thank you. So here's a list of all the people that I have on here. Each person you can go in and edit, or you can delete. And then at the bottom, you also have dark mode. This is where I really wanted it to come into play, where the colors can be seen. So I feel like you can see yellow on both black and white, which was the only color that I could find that you can see very visibly. So I'm hoping this looks good to everybody, but I don't really know what else to go into detail about. Yeah, that was my project. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Samantha. We hope you feel better soon too.
Thank you. Me too.
Anybody have any questions or comments they wanted to share? Okay. Oh, Brendan asked about reason for the topic. Did you have a particular reason for that topic?
Yeah, I actually went to school for criminal justice and chemistry. I was a double major, so I've always been interested in the criminal justice system. I even wrote my high school final paper on psychopaths and everything. So I've just always been a fan of the criminal justice system. So I guess that's why I wanted to do a project on something I was interested in. So then, yeah, hope that's good.
Thanks for sharing. All right, our next presenter is going to be Cesar Lopez, and then Promote, you're our final presenter after Cesar. So whenever you are set, feel free to share, Cesar. Do we still have Cesar on the call? Yeah, there we go. All right, perfect. We can see you, and you just need to be sure to unmute so we can hear you. Great, wonderful, you're good to go.
All right, can you hear me okay? Cool, and can you see my screen? All right, cool. So this is my project. I got a little landing page here. I have the media query set up so it's responsive. You can also change the gradient border there depending on what screen size you have. And we got a button here to enter the actual to-do list. This is the to-do list title that shows up here in my Airtable, or right up here. Was able to add pagination here with these buttons. And
Cesar,
so it's limited to
I think we're
showing.
still just only seeing the welcome to the to-do app main page. Did you share whole screen or did you just share a window?
I think it was window. Should it be whole screen?
If you're going to be jumping to different windows, then yes, you'll need to share whole screen. If you have different tabs open in the same browser, then I think you should be able to just share a window and it'll let you jump between tabs. There we go. Now we're seeing your to-do list there.
Oh, I think I'll share my window in that case. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see my 2 different tabs now?
Yes, yeah, and we're able to see between them. Awesome, thanks.
Cool, thank you, sorry about that. But yeah, just a quick recap. I'm not sure what you were able to see there, but yeah, this is the landing page. It's responsive. Here's an example of that. Changes the gradient color there. And you click on this button to enter the app. Here is our to-do title, which is coming from the title in Airtable. And so I have pagination buttons down here. Right now, it's only going to show you 10 at a time. And so there are the other ones. You can also sort by title alphabetically, due date as well, and also description there. Right now, oh, also the input fields are hidden by this button here. So you click on it to add whatever you want. So here's an example. And upon submitting it, it's going to automatically show up and post it to Airtable. I've got a button here that also does the same. It'll automatically delete everything in Airtable once you click it. I have a placeholder button to edit it. It's not working, but that's where that would go. And if you hover over the description, if it's a long one, you could see the full description. yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing there.
Awesome. Thanks so much for sharing, Cesar. Did anybody have any questions or comments that they wanted to share? I like that you already have your placeholders in place for the next, the next feature, the next step that you're going to build in. I think that's pretty fun. Always good to be thinking ahead.
Thank you.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, Cesar. Our last presenter tonight then is going to be Promote. Whenever you are set, feel free to share.
Can you see my screen?
We can see you and we can almost hear you. You're a little quiet for me. I don't know if you're quiet for anybody else, though.
Is it better? Okay. Hi, everybody. I like to show today is the to-do list. Above is a navigation bar that the main part is a to-do list here. You can input a new list here and add in the current to-do list, and it also reflects in the my Airtable. And also from the list, you can also sort by ascending or descending, and you can also remove the list. And above here, there's a counter that count how many task lists that completed and how many is pending. Now it's 7 pending, and when you hop to the list and click it, it's it's a completed. It will count to 1. Now it changed to completed with 5 pending, and you can also remove the list, both the completed and the pending list, and it will update into the my Airtable here. And also there's another page. Here is just a summary about the project. And for the responsiveness, it will adjust it to each device here. Like a Pixel 5 and Samsung Galaxy. Yeah. I think that's all for my to-do list. Any question or comment, please leave in the chat. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks, Promote. Good job.
Yeah.
Did anybody have any questions or comments they wanted to share? All right. Big thank you to all of our presenters tonight. We will continue presentations with night 2 tomorrow, Friday, March 3rd at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the US. So we hope to see some more awesome presentations tomorrow night. Thanks everybody for joining tonight. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording for right now. Welcome everybody to night 2 of Bald Eagle and Baboon React and Node class final project presentations. We are excited to see the remainder of our presentations this evening, and our first presenter is going to be Anna Liskovitz. Whenever you are set, Anna, feel free to share screen and unmute, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody's projects tonight.
Hey everyone, can you see my screen?
We can see you, we can hear you.
Awesome. So a little story behind this app. This is an app designed for our local private Russian-speaking library, which is at the moment held as a Facebook group. I'm helping. Like my idea was, they don't know about that yet. My idea was to help them to track the books which they gave to people and the status of the book, whether it's on hands and so on. So just some kind of books list app. It's deployed about the structure. It's deployed to render.com and using like normal architectural like front end and back end part deployed separately. Yeah, so let's start. This is the homepage, like not the homepage, the registration page. Here I can register a new user. If I click just register, it's asking me to fill out the required fields. So I'm here filling up my name, last name. So here it's controlling my password, and if the required fields are controlled by backend, this is already controlled by front end. This is already controlled by a backend. This is a message from backend, and for example, if I say this here, this is controlling the duplicated fields as well. So if I provide a proper email and password, it should let me register. So here I see the list. It's showing me that I haven't added any books yet. I can add a new book, for example, and provide an author. Title. I don't know. Okay. Save it. Try to save it. Now it's showing me that it's required as beyond and it's request to the backend part. So here if I set up this page setting, same. Okay. It's supposed to control the ISBN as well, but I provided probably the minimum required number of, and here I can edit my book. For example, I can open it to show more fields, and I can edit it.
You're about 3 minutes in, Anna.
And I can edit, cancel, and save. So it's saying me that it's updated, and it's have this here. I wanted to show a bit more functionality on the file with the more books. So here I have more books, and I can control how much pages length I provide per page. This is a pagination, and I can show more. I can do search by first letter of author or by the like incoming parts of this here. Yes, so I can also delete something, like let's start with this here. Delete, and it's done. Yeah, probably that's it. What I wanted to show. What else can I do if I have time? I can. Application. Break the token. Read page. And it's disconnecting me because it found the improper token, so it redirects me to the login page. That's probably all I wanted to show, and yeah, thank you, Code the Dream, for all the experience I got here and for giving me a chance to learn React and JS and Node.js and Express as well. Yep, that was my app.
Thanks, Anna. Great job. I think your organization's really going to like using that. It seems like it's very user-friendly and easy to do. Awesome. Anybody have any questions or comments that they wanted to share? And reminder / new information for anybody joining tonight that wasn't on last night. You always have lots of praise and questions and things in the chat. So after you're done presenting, feel free to take a look at the chat to answer any questions or just to bask in the glow of your greatness. So, all right. Thank you, Anna. And our next presenter is going to be Brittany Halterman. So whenever you're set, Brittany, go ahead. Oksana will be after you. Alton, you're after Oksana.
Hi, everybody. I will go ahead and share my screen, and I want to thank Code the Dream. This is like awesome. So I'm so happy with everything I've been learning. I'm a little behind, so you might want to get your sunglasses. I'm playing with colors. This is not how I'm going to leave it. But I wanted to make everything really obvious while I was learning. So this is my app as it is right now. I have my list of to-do items that are here in my Airtable. And I can type in a new item and add it. I can delete items. And so since I'm still working on it, I'd like to share a couple of things that I look forward to changing aside from just the color, is that I found where the semicolon came from and then didn't save it. So I have to go back and fix that. I want to add a header, obviously add sorting, and work on making my buttons all look very nifty. So I'm still working on it, but this is where I'm at right now, and I look forward to finishing it up over the next couple weeks. So thank you for letting me share.
Awesome. Thanks, Brittany. Yep, we hope the remaining lessons go smooth and easily for you. And as always, reach out on All Student Convo or reach out to past mentors or anything like that if there's anything you need help with as you're finishing up. Thank you for sharing your work in progress. Anybody have any questions or comments or words of encouragement? All right. Oksana, you are our next presenter. Alton, you'll be after Oksana, and Alina, you'll be after Alton. So whenever you're set, feel free to take it away, Oksana.
Hi, everyone. Can you see my screen?
Yep, we can see you. We can hear you.
Okay. My name is Oksana, and I am from the React class. So this is my app. We land on the home page in the beginning, and it gives some small introduction about the app. And we say, you can add to-dos into categories on the left. So there are work, studying, personal categories where we could add to do. So we could either click on get started and it will take us to our work section. We could also switch to studying, and it's pulling different to-dos from the according list, or personal. So we can add a to-do. So actually, let me start. It pulls the data from the Airtable, and it is originally sorted by a date. So it's sorted by the newest to oldest. And then we can also change the order to put the oldest on the top and then the newest on the bottom. So we could add a to-do like gym, add, and it will appear at the bottom. Since our sorting is this way, we can change, and our sorting will bring the to-do to the top. We can also sort by alphabetic order and reverse sort it. And we can delete our to-dos, and also so this is my Airtable. So here we can see that the to-dos are reflecting in the Airtable as well. So if we can delete something, it will delete on the Airtable as well. Okay, so I wanted also to highlight, I was playing with this. When we go to a different list, it will highlight the active list and will like stay highlighted in different colors, so we can see which list we are at right now, and also it displays dynamically in our H1 title. Okay, and I guess the thing left is the responsiveness. So the app is responsive. This would be the tablet view, or we could also go to a mobile view. Yeah, so again, this is a tablet view, and then the full screen view. Yeah, I guess that was it for my presentation, and thank you, Code the Dream, for this opportunity and for the great experience learning to code, and I don't stop here.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank you.
Oksana. Good job. Yeah, very clean design. You're getting a lot of compliments on the user friendliness and the minimalist ease of it all. So it's awesome. Thanks so
Thank
much for
you.
sharing. Anybody have any questions or comments that they wanted to share with Oksana? All right. Our next presenter is going to be Alton. After Alton is Alina. After Alina is Maria Santiago. So Alton, whenever you're set, feel free to take it away.
All right. Good evening, everybody. I'll just start with saying thank you to Code the Dream for all the opportunities you guys have provided over the years. Go ahead and share my screen. And a disclaimer, I'm a back-end dev by trade, so my app's probably not going to look nearly as good as everybody else's, but it does work, kind of. Can everybody see?
Yep, we sure can.
Okay. All right. So this is my app for the React cohort of Bald Eagle. We built a to-do list. It just kind of lands on a home page or a landing page. You click and you open your app. I've already got a few items in my list, as you guys can see. I had a lot more that I wanted to do with it, but I kind of ran out of time. But I was able to implement a few things. One of those things being adding a done attribute to the Airtable test, as you can see here. It's just a checkbox, and just the idea is, when you get a test done, you click it, and it should update in Airtable. I don't think I clicked over fast enough. It updates, I promise. It's just not showing right now. But you've got a couple of different views. This is the view. We can also check out the edit view, where you're able to remove items from your list should you choose to do so. I had to implement a refresh button simply because I found the hardest thing about React was like managing state. I have an issue kind of where, like, if I say I add a task, it will add to my list. It'll change the state, but I can't modify the complete attribute or actually remove that to do. So I implemented a refresh button, just kind of a workaround. Another thing to add to this would probably be to add some error handling. Just like if a user did happen to try to change that attribute before hitting the refresh button, little toast message or an alert would pop up and say, hey, the API call failed for whatever reason. So that's something that I plan on adding in the future. see what else. I also kind of experimented with this little export feature here. It works, but it doesn't work exactly how I need it to. I'm still gonna have to kind of experiment with it. But it basically opens the CSV file with all the attributes like in one column. So you can download your list. It's just gonna have all the attributes in one column, which isn't super useful, but I'm sure I can figure that out in some time.
You've got about a minute or two left, Dalton.
Okay. Oh, and last thing, I implemented a little search feature. I borrowed this one from the Road to React and just kind of transferred some of the knowledge we gained from that, just to implement a little search feature in case you have a super huge list and you need to narrow it down to 1 or 2 tasks. And that is about it.
Awesome.
Any questions?
Thanks, Alton. Yeah, any questions or comments? All right, thanks so much for sharing. Our next presenter is going to be Alina. Maria, you are after Alina, and Cece, you are after Maria. So whenever you're set, Alina, feel free to screen share and unmute.
Okay, I'll share my screen. Okay, so I took a React class, and with the help from Code the Dream, I was able to create the to-do list app. Right now, I'm on the home page of my app. Once I click the Start Here button, it takes me to the to-do list page. On this page, I can add a new to-do to my list. This app allows me to sort data by title in ascending and descending order, due dates, and days left. This app also allows me to mark to-do as important, to edit to-do, and to remove that. Expired to-dos in this app are shown on the outdated page. All data for the app comes from the Airtable. And new data from the app is posted to the table as well. So I think that's all for my presentation. I want to thank Code the Dream. Yeah, thank you very much.
Awesome. Thanks, Alina. I like those extra touches that you put in as far as like being able to sort by due date and mark important. I thought that was really cool. Thanks so much for sharing. Did anybody have any questions or comments they'd like to share with Alina? All right. Maria is our next presenter tonight. Cece Rodriguez will be after Maria, and then Vadim will be after Cece. So whenever you are set, it is your turn to go, Maria.
Hello, can anybody see this? Can you hear me?
Yep, we can see you, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Hi, peeps. Okay, so my name is Maria and I'm in the Node.js class, and this is my app. So this is kind of like a database for, entering your vinyls that you own and everything. So I already have an account in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and log in. And if I put the wrong password in there, it tells me, hey, wrong password, but let's see if it works because render is really slow. Or would you like me to do it like on the local host? I can do that because this might take a while. Oh, okay, there it is. So let me go ahead and put the right password. Okay, so then here's my app, or what it looks like in there. There are definitely a couple of things that I have to fix on this, like the header, as well as the time, because although it gives you the time, or like not the time, the date that it was obtained on, yeah, this is not how I want it to look. So there is that, but you can delete vinyls from your records in here. So I'll go ahead and delete this one right here. As you can see, it disappears and then it says the vinyl has been deleted. I can also edit one of these. Oh, I also have to fix like the null thing. On the, yeah, I just want it to be an empty field, but I have to fix that. So if I want to edit this vinyl and just put like a random date in here and then update it, it updates it with the date that I got it on. If I want to add another vinyl, what do I add? I can do like Prayer by Miss Selena. And then, and it's defaulted to the original pressing, but you can also put like limited edition or limited edition signed. So then I'm gonna go ahead and add it, and it's right here. So then I'm gonna go ahead and log off and create an account. So I don't know. Oh, this is the wrong thing. So and then I don't have any vinyls, but as you can see, like I can add a vinyl. So there's that. And yep, that's my app. As far as new features or like things that I want to add to it, fixing the header because it looks kind of, also fixing the date in which the vinyl was obtained. I also want to add a sorting thing to it so that you can sort your vinyls and by the order of, the title of the album or the artist name. And I also want to link each specific vinyl that you own or that you put in the database to Spotify or that so that it looks it up on Spotify. But that's what I have so far. Thank you for the opportunity to, learn with you guys and everything. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Maria. Great presentation. Did anybody have any questions or comments that they wanted to share? I think you have a couple of people who might want to use your app, so you'll have to share the link to be able to use it.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. Our next presenter is going to be Cecilia Rodriguez. Cece, whenever you're set, you can go. Vadim, you'll be after Cece. Abdul, you'll be after Vadim.
Hello, everyone. My to-do list is very simple. I've seen a lot of people that did really cool things with theirs and gave me a lot of ideas. But mine does this. I added the completed toggle button because I wanted to be able to see which things were done and all of that. I wanted mine to look like a notebook. So that's why the lines are there and all that. And then if you add something, just let's see. Finish book. It adds at the very beginning, but it does sort if you inspect I didn't add the sort button. I wasn't able to do it, or I didn't understand how to do it, to be honest, but that's something that I want to add to mine. Now that we're here, we can see the responsiveness of the app. If you go to any of these things, you can change but this one, it looks really funky, so I don't know, I would like to fix that. And then like that, that's how it looks. If you remove something, it will be removed from the Airtable, but if you add it, it will be added as well. But that's it. That's what my to-do app list looks like.
Awesome. Thanks, Cece, for sharing. Anybody have any questions or comments? All right, Vadim, you're our next presenter tonight. Abdul, you'll be after Vadim, and Tamam, you're after Abdul. So whenever you are set, take it away.
I'm sorry. Can you see my screen?
It's loading right now. Now we can see you. You're good to go.
Okay. Hello, Code the Dream. My name is Vadim, and welcome to my to-do list website presentation. Planning and managing tasks can be quite challenging, and especially when it comes to keeping track of time. That's why, in additional to the application's name, I added the current time and date to the header. Also, we can track my presentation time. And to make our to-do list even more useful, I also include the current weather information. The website includes 4 sections: general list, my home, my classes, my job, and my job. When we click on any button, it stays highlighted. Each button has icons and neuromorphic effect for a modern and stylish look. Users can add tasks to the general list general list and this is which is useful for tasks that don't fit any specific category. Additionally, any task added to my home my classes and my job we can see in general list. And if a task is deleted from the general list, it will also be removed from the corresponding section. And vice versa. If I delete from my classes, my home, and my job, we can see nothing in general list. The website also includes sorting functionality for tasks, allowing users to sort by alphabetic order or time of creation. In the footer, I added links to our Code the Dream School, my portfolio website, GitHub, and and LinkedIn account. The website is responsive and optimized for various devices. The most challenging part of developing this website was configuring the deletion of tasks from 2 sections. Initially, I tried to do it by ID, and it took a lot of time. Eventually, I added an additional column for time of creation in the add table and successfully implemented this feature. Finally, I must say that working with this CSS was a pleasant experience. It was so great to see how the website was changed and improved with each added detail and modification. Thank you for your attention, and I want to say thank you, Code the Dream, for providing the opportunity to acquire knowledge, develop skills, and grow as a person. I appreciate the dedication of the teachers and staff who work tirelessly to create a supportive and challenging learning environment.
Thanks so much, Vadim. Very good. Good job. Thank you for sharing. And I like that you enjoyed working with the CSS too. That's one of my favorite parts too, is working with the design aspects of things.
Thank
All
you
right,
so
did
much.
anybody have any questions or comments for Vadim? Okay, Abdul, you're our next presenter. Tamam, you'll be after Abdul. Andre, you'll be after Tamam.
Hi, did you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yes, let's share this screen. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yep, we can see you just fine. Thanks, Abdul.
Hi to all. I wish all of you doing well. Tonight, I present my to-do application. And this is my applications, to-do list applications. In this application, I have created navigation bar, search content, and also to-do list content. In this section, we can add new items to the list. In my to-do application now, we can done CRUD operations or get, add, post, or patch data through API on Airtable. In navigation bar, I has two menu. When I click it on every menu, automatically highlighted to the user know in which state has. In my homepage list all of the exist record on Airtable and list it into to-do list. When add new item, this contents appear in title page. When the user select, click or unclick, it is automatically border color and background of text field change. The user knows this field is required, like this. When you save it, record saved and automatically redirected back to home page, like this. And in this section, we can search the exist record like this. When you click on your search field and search again, that's bring all record to us. And also in this section, we can add new record. And in these sections, we can edit the record like this. And also I can delete it, the records. When you click it on the deleted record, that is automatically appear from the list. And also in my to-do application is responsive, like this, and many so on. That's finished.
Awesome. Thanks, Abdul. Thanks for presenting your work. Yeah, I really liked the like sort of the error catch feature that you had as far as if they left a required field blank, how it highlighted it. I thought that was very good and very helpful for a lot of users. Anybody have any questions or comments they wanted to share?
Thank you. Finally, I wanted to thank you from Code, all members, and especially my kindest mentor that helps us, that provide all. We learn a lot, and we got more experience. Thank you from all of you.
Awesome. Thanks, Abdul.
Hey,
Oh,
I've got a question for
yeah,
Abdul.
go ahead.
Did you design your logo yourself, or is that something you found? It looks
This
really good.
logo?
Yep.
No, I find it from Google.
Okay. Yeah, it looks really good.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions or comments? Okay. There should be a green and red button on your screen, Abdul, for you to be able to click stop share. It'll be somewhere with your Zoom window, potentially.
I push.
I think I might be able to get it from my end. Let me see if this works. There we go. Okay. All right, good to go. All right, our next presenter tonight is going to be Tamam. Andre, you're after Tamam, and then Mac, you're after Andre. That's our next lineup. Whenever you're set, Tamam, feel free to go ahead and share and unmute.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Tamam. I'm from the Baboon cohort, Node.js. So today what I'm gonna present here is my web app. It's a website where like every user, he has a link that he can share with his friends or his people, and it shows like his social media links. So kind of it's like Linktree. Well, and I redid the whole thing a few times, so I didn't have time to work on the style and stuff. Anyway, so I made the website first on my personal device, and then I deployed the website on render.com. So let's see. Go first the register page. You can just write some
Sorry,
name.
Tamam, I don't see you screen sharing yet.
Oh, it's not sharing?
No.
Oops, sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
On your
Yep.
Zoom window, it should be the bottom in the middle. There you go.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's quite all right. All right, we can
Okay,
see you now.
so there we go. So yeah, as I said, I didn't have enough time to work on the site. So here's the main page. It's just log in and register. So we go to the register page. Let's say someone the same email. Whatever secret. So then register. Okay, so it shows a message that the registration was successful. So then you can add links. Let's say Facebook, and then you add the link here. Let's say facebook.com something. Okay. Whatever, main.com something. Okay, and here has those functions. You can fix the link. Okay, or you can even delete this entry. Yep. So as you see, so it's this way. So then you have a link that you can share, with your friends, and I mean it works. So it shows you your Facebook, Instagram, whatever. And what I want to do is I want to link that link to my card. So I just got a smart card. And then, whenever I meet someone, I just tap the card and it shows my page. So yeah, I thought that's cool. I mean, to link to the smart card. So yeah, that's it. And there are a lot of features I want to add, like sending a message, or maybe like showing a few pictures of your Instagram. But yep, so I'll take my time working on this project. And any questions?
Good job, Mom. Did anybody have any questions or comments they wanted to share?
Thank you.
Yeah, I like the use of incorporating another technology in with the technology that you were learning in class to use the smart card. That's really cool.
Yeah, I want to turn it into a business.
There you go.
Thank you.
That sounds good. Sure. All right. Next presenter tonight is going to be Andre. Mac, you're after Andre, and then Mario, you're going to be after Mac. So whenever you are set, Andre, feel free to share and unmute.
Yeah, okay. So I had a difficult time learning React on top of having to learn Git on top of having to learn GitHub merges. So I didn't really do the optional challenges, stretch goals, or bells or whistles. I didn't create it with deployment functionality or usability in mind. I kept it basic to meet minimum rubric and mostly to amuse myself. Sorry. Oops. Share. I'm having a glitch here. Start. Are you guys seeing share?
We're seeing your Visual Studio Code, but we aren't seeing the app running yet. Oh, there we go. Starting development server. There we
Nice.
go. Now you're good to go, Mac. Thanks.
So yeah, I kept it basic. I like fun houses, puzzles, Easter eggs. So it's not like user friendly as far as finding navigation. I just kept it minimum, whatever here, 8. And I wanted a custom cursor to have it turn into a rifle scope and zoom in on objects, for the zombies to come in. And I could shoot it in the middle of the head, and then boom, it takes me to my home page because I'm supposed to link it to some kind of page, right? And since it's my home page, I just linked it to my LinkedIn profile because why not? So, and that's it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thanks, Mac. Yeah, I like all of those specific touches, especially like the font that you use to have it kind of go with that sort of zombie theme. I thought that was a lot of fun. Very cool. Anybody have any questions or comments they'd like to share? All right. Andre, do you feel like you're good or do you need a little bit more time? Should we go on to Mario and then circle back to you?
Yeah, I need more time. Mary
Okay,
Alice.
that's perfectly fine. All right, Mario, you are up next. Sarah, you'll be after Mario, unless Andre gives me the thumbs up that he'll be ready to go after Mario. And then Brendan, you'll be our final presenter of the evening. So whenever you are set, Mario, feel free to share and unmute. And
All right. Yeah, I'll go ahead and start sharing my screen. Give me 1 second. Share. Okay, so I want to show my whole screen rather than just one window, so I don't know how to do that. Oh, shit. I guess. All right. Can you guys see my screen?
yep, yeah, we can see
Yeah.
multiple screens and then we've got your browser up. Yep, you're
All
good to
right,
go.
so you see like the little food hub. All right, cool. So I also have like a really simple front end. I noticed through working through my final project that I really enjoy working in the back end and setting up servers, routers. So my front end is extremely simple. And as far as the functionality on my front end right now, the only thing that works is currently like my logon. So I can show that. And this is like the wrong password, for example. And here we can show the new password as far as like the logon goes. So I've got that up and running. The issue that I did run into though was that I did develop my app in a way that was a little robust in the back end. So these are the documents for the API that I built. I have my premise of the app is to be like a Grubhub app, so you can order meals online. So I did have a good amount of controllers, so I mean models. So I've got like meals, reviews, and orders, and I did get everything working in the backend. So my backend is fully complete. Here's also like the documents work. So, but I could definitely show you the functionality in the backend through Postman, because everything is currently working. Let me just get that down. All right. So let's go ahead and log out and log in. So I did create a admin functionality and a user functionality in my application. So you can log in as an admin or log in as a user. And let's go ahead and log in as the admin first. Let's see here. The password is secret. So we can go ahead and see that it gives us back in the body how we are in the role. We have the admin, and the admin basically has full control of the application. The admin is able to view all of the reviews. Well, all the users can see all the reviews, but the admin is able to view all of the orders that the users have created. So here we can go ahead and see all of the orders that the users have created and like the status of them. And we can also see the tax, shipping, and the subtotal that I included in the order. Yeah, let's see here. We can do that, and we can also view all of the users. Let me scroll up and get all users. So the admin can also see all of the users that are signed up for the website, something that a regular user can't do. So let's go ahead and log out and log in as a regular user. All right, so now we are logged in as a user, and we can go ahead and try to get all of the users again, and we can see that I really focused a lot on security. That was really like my main thing. I wanted to focus extensively on security and make it my apps as secure as possible, which is kind of like what slowed me down when working on HTML, because I saw that HTML was a little bit of a challenge to deploy or get this such a robust app in that. So I'm thinking of doing everything in React now, but as a user, we also can't see all of the orders that other users have created, but the user can get all of the reviews, also all of the reviews that the users have created, and they can also create a new review. So for example, for this meal ID right here, we can leave a review and it'll tell us, okay, like, well, we've got a review now. And if the user wants to submit another review for the same meal, they'll get an error saying, well, you've already submitted a review for this meal and you can't leave another review. Let me show you the order functionality as well, because the users can create orders since it's like a Grubhub type app. So here I've got some mock data set up, and we can see that we have about, let's see here, so let's say Susan wants to order 4 tacos and 10 cheeseburgers. So let's go ahead and send that order, and we can see here in the show current user orders, all the orders that we have sent so far. And I do have everything also set up and working with MongoDB. So all of my models and everything is set up here. So in orders, we can reload this. Okay. And we can reload orders. And let's see here, one second. We can go ahead and see that we have the new order that we had just submitted through the Postman. And then I also want to show how all of our passwords are hashed. Like I said, I focused really extensively on security. The only thing is that I do need to deploy the front end for this app, and I'm really thinking of just using React to deploy it, just because I found it to be really robust in the back end, and I've spent a lot of time, trying to get all of these things working. So let me just pop back up to the documentation, but yeah, I've got my backend completely working, and yeah, that's basically it. I'm really excited that first of all, I did get everything working in the backend. It was something that I kind of obsessed about for a bit. But I really plan on bringing those ideas over to, like practicum or future projects. I feel like the backend that I've created is really it'll be really helpful for a lot of different projects. At least I hope so. But yeah, thank you guys. I want to thank Code to Dream as always, for real. You guys are really, really helpful. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, thanks for your presentation, Mario.
Of
Yeah,
course.
that's a lot of data points you were working with. So it was a lot of moving
Yeah.
parts. Good job on getting all of
Yeah.
that functionality in place. Did anybody
Thank
have any
you.
questions or comments they wanted to share?
Stop.
All right. Andre, how you doing? Did you want me to have Sarah go first, or do you feel ready?
Yeah, I'll go last if it's okay.
All right, that works. Okay, Sarah, you'll be our next presenter then. Brendan, you'll be after Sarah, and then Andre, you'll be after Brendan. So whenever you're set,
Okay.
Sarah, go ahead and unmute. Yep, perfect. And share.
Hello,
We
everybody.
can see you. You're good to go.
I'm also on the bald eagle. Mine's pretty simple right now, but I'm getting a lot of good ideas from everybody. Okay, so just the front page, very simple. Welcome to your to-do list. Okay, and then it goes to the page. Oh, I must have canceled my, 1 second. Oh, that's why. I was switching from another project I was doing. 1 sec. I'm also trying to learn backend at the moment, so that's fun. Sorry, it's taking a sec.
That's quite all right. I'm glad we haven't had any Airtable issues. There was a couple of classes ago that we had Airtable down during one of our final project presentation nights.
Oh,
So
really?
people weren't able to even access the data that they had plugged in. So I'm
Oh,
glad
no.
everything's fingers crossed. We've got
Yes.
20 more minutes left or whatever. I think
I
we'll be good.
know. Okay, perfect. So yeah, here's my little list I have so far of just all of the practice ones, you know. And then it aligns with my Airtable. The only thing is I need to, like when I put something in, it doesn't automatically alphabetize. It will when I refresh though. It's being really slow right now. I'm not sure why. My internet maybe. But that's about all I was going to show you. It just goes back to the home page, goes to the to-do list, and it updates in my Airtable. And yeah, I'll just have to keep building on it.
Awesome. Thanks, Sarah. Did anybody have any questions or comments that they wanted to share? All right.
Okay,
Thanks,
and where's
Sarah.
the oh, there it is. Found it.
Awesome.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Thanks to Code the Dream and everybody.
Thanks, Sarah. Our next presenter is going to be Brendan, and then after Brendan will be Andre. So whenever you're set, Brendan, go ahead and take it away.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Okay, let me go ahead and share here. So here's my app. No, this is a little bit of a joke. I'm going to come back to it, but I'll show you some of the things I would like to do and kind of drew out. But this is my app. It looks better than it works, but it works some. To be transparent, I have 2 more parts to finish for the class before Tuesday. I'm grateful that Code the Dream is allowing that little extra cushion. So what it can do is it can sort of fake delete things. So like I can click that and it'll go away, but it's not really gone, as you'll see when I refresh here. I got a slow computer, so it's going slow here too. Huh. That's funny. Let me see. Well, so I've got Airtable up here. I wanted to show how it can, you know, do delete and get from that. I wonder if I have to restart. Yeah, because it's not deployed. It's just on my local. Oh, here we go. So you see, I deleted one, but it didn't really delete. If I delete, well, so I can, I'll do what what Mac encouraged me, and I'll write breathe. And that should show up in here, so I can yeah, do a get from Airtable, or I can delete something in Airtable. Whoops, delete everything. Jeez. I can delete something like that, and it'll delete on that front. Oh, I don't know if I may not have deleted all of the text. Oh, I've got a anyways. So that's kind of some of the basics of what it does. You guys can imagine the things I would like it to do in terms of kind of posting and updating, because I can put something in here and hit this button, but it will just break it, or I'll have to refresh it. And I'd like to be able to edit them or update. The responsiveness did not work for me. I was able to do it with our intro class, but for some reason with doing CSS modules, it just seemed more complicated to me, but I really just need to spend more time on it. And of course, sort, I would like to be able to do. And yeah, I got some Irish roots, and so that's some of the aesthetic here. If people saw my portfolio for intro, it was kind of similar vibe. But yeah, that's mainly what I got. I do want to just thank everyone who's been a big support. I got to shout out to Mac, because I wouldn't have probably presented tonight if he hadn't encouraged me to. And Mary Alice and Frank have been just super supportive over months and months, including because I had to switch from the last React to this class because of some tough family stuff. And Simon, mine actually wouldn't be working right now if Simon hadn't helped me yesterday fix a little snafu where I had just the name wrong on here, and so it wasn't showing up. But anyways, yeah, everyone's been really supportive. I just want to, I guess as a last thing, say that I'm not like the target audience for Code the Dream, just to be real, a white kind of somewhere around middle class guy. But I appreciated that I when I applied to Code the Dream, I said that that I'm not the target audience, but my hope is to kind of work in building like tech cooperatives that are like owned by the workers and the users, as a way to help kind of shift the economy some, and including working on things like the racial wealth gap and different things like that. So I appreciate Code the Dream letting me be a part of this, and just thank you all for listening.
Awesome. Thanks, Brandon. For the image that you had on the back, I was just curious, was that something that you created, or did you find it somewhere, the tree?
Oh yeah, thanks. I found it. It's an oak tree, which is like really important symbol in the Irish culture.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, thank you for asking.
All right. Thanks so much for sharing. And our last presenter tonight then is going to be Andre. Andre, do you feel good to go?
Yeah, let me try.
Okay, perfect.
Seems like my security is all messed up.
Oh, okay. That's okay, Andre. Did you want to talk a little bit about, your favorite part of the project or your biggest challenge or anything?
Yeah, sure. So basically, when I designed the app, for me, it's all about user experience. So it means, is it going to be adopted by users? Am I going to use it myself? So when I just Googled for to-do app, I found like a dozen of good applications, like Microsoft, Google, you name it, right? Todoist. So I was thinking, would I use those applications on my own? So when I designed it, I basically wanted to be in a specific state to put my tasks in. So instead of like putting like a daily, weekly, and yearly, I created like, lists based on my favorite movies. Like the Matrix, Inception, bucket list, So when I think about this, okay, I'm in a specific mood. It's like React helps us to manage state of variables, right? So my application is supposed to manage my state of mind. So right now I'm kind of, playing with creating images by some neural networks like DALL-E and the Midjourney. So based on those like movies, I want to actually get an image, maybe a short video clip, get in a state, and then manage my list specific. So my first list, the matrix, it's like a daily activity. It manages the state when I imagine myself like being like Keanu Reeves, 2 personalities. Daytime, I'm just a software developer working for a big corporation. And at night, I'm a hacker. So when I, create those tasks, I put like, say, mundane routine. So walk my dog, right? Or buy groceries. But second part, I have to put a hack. So I create like action steps of how I would do this. So let's say buy groceries. So the hack would be to save time and sign up for free delivery by Walmart, okay? Walk my dog. So if I don't have time to walk my dog, I just find people who actually want the company of a dog, right? And they walk my dog for free and I save my time and they enjoy their, kind of. So that's daily routine. Then I go to the second one. And my second favorite movie is Point Break. You remember Keanu Reeves, FBI agent, infiltrating like a gang of people, like, bank robbers. So it's about transformation, okay? And can you see my screen now?
I went ahead and downloaded it and ran it on I used your Netlify link that you had in your README so that way I could be able to pull it up to be able to at least
perfect,
demonstrate.
Yeah.
There we go. Teamwork makes dream work.
Can you click on like a menu on the top left?
Oh, yes. Oh, here.
The hamburger, yeah. So these are like the names of the movies, basically, right? My lists. So the Point Break is basically about transformation. And it's weekly activities that designed to foster my effectiveness, right? So it's about like creating habits that will make me successful. The bucket list, everybody knows that, right?
Yeah.
We basically don't have time for anything. We're like a rat in a cage. So those are activities to think about and do at least one like a year. And the Inception is my favorite. That's basically, if you remember the movie, about like extracting ideas from people's heads, but also planting ideas. An idea as strong as a virus that basically engages other people. And these are like big things. I generated a list using ChatGPT and just an idea.
So
also,
I'm not going to play around with it too much because I don't want to be deleting things off of your list or marking them done.
No, you can't because it's deployed. So
there you go.
Yeah. So the basic functionality as you prescribed, it's all in here. So you have sorting, you have searching. Also, if you click on the item, like, next to the delete button.
Yep. Sorry. Let me kill it.
Yeah, like next to the delete, next to the cross, individual button. Yeah, so like twice.
Sorry, I think it doesn't like having my inspect open. There we go.
Yeah, right here. So this is basically like action algorithm, the action steps for every activity I can put in. And that's pretty much it, the basic functionality. So it took me a long time actually to configure my post kind of fetch requests. But after I've done this, it was easy.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Andre. I'm glad that I was able to get it pulled up to be able to share so people could get some visuals
You saved
on
my
it.
life again, Mary Alice.
Sure. No problem.
You're the
Happy to help.
best.
Happy to
I
help.
just want to thank you personally, Mary Alice, for the way you are.
Oh, sure. I'm here for I'm here for everybody because I was once in your all's shoes. So I'm
That's the
here for you
point. You help
guys.
everybody, you know?
Yeah, yeah. We're family here at Code the Dream. We're family.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Andre. Thank you to all of our presenters, all of our students. Y'all have really busted tail. You've worked really hard. You should really be proud of everything that you've achieved. And if you have any questions or need anything, feel free to reach out to us to get any information that you need for next steps or anything along those lines. Big celebratory cheer for everybody. I'm going to go ahead and end recording.